On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Sibling.
A brother or sister, member of a family born to the same parents.
Examples:
Have a sibling quarrel. Play with my siblings. Children often copy their parents or elder siblings.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Burden.
A duty, responsibility, etc. that is oppressive or worrisome, a load, typically a heavy one that is difficult to carry.
Examples:
Carry a burden. Burden of disease. That car has a low environmental burden.
Ranching.
The practice of raising livestock, typically cattle or sheep, on large areas of land, often referred to as ranches, for meat, wool, or other products.
Examples:
Ranching industry. Cattle ranching. The government introduced regulations to ensure sustainable ranching practices.
Ranch.
A large farm typically devoted to raising cattle or other livestock, a rural property of considerable size and often featuring a large house.
Examples:
Cattle ranch. Dude ranch. The cowboys rode their horses through the dusty trails of the ranch.
Anchor.
A device, typically made of metal, that is used to moor a ship or boat in a particular place, typically by being dropped to the seabed, a central cohesive source of support and stability.
Examples:
Anchor bolt. Anchor weight. The ship dropped anchor in the bay.
Adrift.
Without purpose or direction, floating with no clear destination or goal, lacking a stable or secure position or status.
Examples:
A drift boat. Adrift at sea. After their boat engine failed, they were left adrift in the middle of the ocean.
Absence.
The fact or condition of being away from a place where they are typically anticipated to be.
Examples:
Absence from work. A leave of absence. Another critical factor of child poverty is the father's absence.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
manufacture an enzyme, manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Tin.
A silvery white metal that is typically soft and malleable, often used to make containers or packaging materials. A thin sheet of metal or metal alloy used for a variety of purposes.
Examples:
tin can, tin foil. The roof of the old shed was made of rusty tin.
Railroad.
Metal tracks laid with rails on which trains run, a system of tracks with the trains operated by an organization.
Examples:
coast-to-coast railroad, railroad industry. The town was founded in the 19th century as a stop on the railroad, and it grew rapidly as a result.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question, decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Employ.
To give somebody a job and pay them for it, to make use of.
Examples:
employ job seekers, employ a new method. When making arrests, police officers frequently employ excessive force. Tagline. A memorable slogan or catchphrase used in advertising or entertainment to promote a product, cause, or idea, a brief statement or phrase that sums up the essence of something.
Examples:
advertising tagline, effective tagline. Our marketing team is brainstorming to come up with a new tagline for our product launch. Companion. A person or an animal with whom you spend a lot of time or you travel.
Examples:
a working companion, drinking companions. Her dog is her excellent companion. Entrepreneur. An individual who creates or invests in one or more businesses, especially when this involves taking financial risks.
Examples:
a successful entrepreneur, billionaire entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs willingly accept business risks to achieve success. Co-founder. One of several people who establishes an organization or starts a business.
Examples:
co-founder of the university, late co-founder. He is the co-founder and chairman of this tech company. Feminist. Describing a belief in and advocacy for achieving gender equality in social, political, and economic spheres. Advocating for the rights and empowerment of women. Noun, a person who believes in and advocates for gender equality between men and women.
Examples:
Feminist movement. Feminist perspective. The feminist ideals of inclusivity and diversity are important in creating a more just and equal world.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Retiring.
Withdrawing from a position or activity, or becoming more secluded or reserved.
Examples:
Near retiring age. A retiring pension. The retiring CEO passed on the reins to his successor.
Conservation.
The protection of something important, such as the natural environment or artificial structures, especially from the damaging effects of human activity.
Examples:
Soil conservation. The conservation law of physics. The forest was recently designated a conservation area.
Refugee.
A displaced person who has crossed national borders and who cannot or is unwilling to return home due to political, religious, or economic reasons or because of a war.
Examples:
Global refugee crisis. The refugee camp. The community warmly welcomed the refugees.
Corporate.
Of or relating to a large company.
Examples:
Corporate right. Corporate environment. The corporate office has decided to lay off 10% of the workforce.
Cabin.
A small, simple dwelling or shelter, typically made of wood and located in a remote or rural area, an enclosed compartment or area within a larger structure, such as an aircraft or ship, where passengers or crew members can sit or sleep.
Examples:
Cabin crew. Log cabin. The quaint cabin in the woods was the perfect retreat for a weekend getaway.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Primeval.
Relating to or existing at the earliest ages, ancient, primitive, or prehistoric.
Examples:
Primeval forests. Archaic primeval cultures. The cave paintings offer a glimpse into primeval human art.
Rainforest.
A forest rich in biodiversity that is generally found in tropical settings with heavy annual rainfall.
Examples:
Rainforest destruction. Tropical rainforest. The destruction of the rainforest is a ticking time bomb for the Earth.
Alas.
A type of evergreen tree that is native to the Andes Mountains of South America.
Examples:
Alersa timber. Alersa forest. Due to overexploitation, the Alersa tree has been listed as an endangered species.
Gap.
A conspicuous disparity or difference separates something such as a figure, people, their opinions, situation, etc.
Examples:
The gap between ideal and reality. Distance gap. Many people are working together to close the gender gap.
Pan-American.
Relating to or involving all of North, Central, and South America.
Examples:
Pan-American unity. A Pan-American organization. The goal of the summit was to Pan-American efforts to combat climate change.
Highway.
A main road, especially one connecting major towns or cities.
Examples:
Highway system. An interstate highway. I'm going to take the highway to get to my destination faster.
Cape.
A type of long, loose outer garment that covers the back, shoulders, and arms, a headland or promontory extending into the sea or other large body of water.
Examples:
Cape Cod. Red cape. The superhero wore a flowing cape as part of their costume.
Horn.
A hard, pointed, often curved part that grows on the top of the heads of some animals, such as sheep and cows, a noisemaker or musical instrument that makes a loud noise when you blow through it.
Examples:
A handle of horn. Horn of a vehicle. He enjoyed hearing the tootles of their horns with beer.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Spur.
A thing that encourages someone to do something, Any sharply pointed projection, verb, to incite or stimulate someone or something.
Examples:
Spur of the moment. Spur momentum of economic growth. The threat of losing his job was the spur he needed to work harder.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Diversity.
The quality or fact of many different types of things or people being included in something, a range of different things or people.
Examples:
The diversity policy of the university. Lingual diversity. He was impressed by the range and diversity of the collection.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Relentless.
Persistent and determined, continuing despite difficulties or setbacks.
Examples:
Relentless attack. Face relentless pressure. The athlete's relentless training paid off in the end.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Aquaculture.
The cultivation of aquatic organisms such as fish, seaweed, and shellfish for human consumption, as well as for environmental conservation and research purposes.
Examples:
Aquaculture industry. Sustainable aquaculture. Fish farming is a form of aquaculture that has recently gained popularity.
Malignant.
Having an evil or harmful nature or effect, cancerous, tending to invade or spread rapidly.
Examples:
Malignant tumor. Malignant growth. The doctors found malignant cells in the patient's biopsy, indicating a severe illness.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences, an expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat, environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program, dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Pristine.
New and completely free from dirt or contamination.
Examples:
Pristine beach. Maintain the pristine condition. It is terrific to camp in pristine nature.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Vibration.
A continuous quick and slight shaking movement.
Examples:
Protection against vibration. Sympathetic vibration. Vibration displaced part of the mechanism.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Latitude.
The distance of a place north or south of the Earth's equator, measured in degrees, freedom from normal restraints in conduct.
Examples:
High latitudes. Latitude of choice. The city is located at a latitude of 40 degrees north.
Cone.
A geometric shape that tapers to a point at one end and has a circular base at the other end.
Examples:
Traffic cone. Ice cream cone. Cone-shaped cells in the eye's retina are responsible for color vision and visual acuity.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Worldview.
A particular philosophy or cognitive orientation of life or conception of the world.
Examples:
Mainstream worldview. The worldview of the ancient civilization. The war between the two countries was also a battle between competing worldviews.
Consequence:
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Destructive:
Causing or able to cause tremendous and irreparable damage.
Examples:
Lead to destructive behavior. A habit destructive to health. It was the most destructive storm in decades.
Welfare:
The general health, happiness, and prosperous of a person or group.
Examples:
Child welfare. A welfare state. She struggled for years to survive without welfare.
Climate:
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Wildlife:
Animals, birds, insects, etc. that grow independently of people and live in natural conditions.
Examples:
Wildlife sanctuary. Bird and other wildlife. The conservation area has an abundance of wildlife.
Resistance:
The act of defending oneself from an aggressor or refusing to accept something.
Examples:
Resistance movement. Resistance to insulin. The bill to increase the consumption tax had passed despite much resistance from the public.
Trend:
A general direction in which something is changing or developing.
Examples:
An international trend. The trend away from television. The oil price continued their downward trend.
Don:
A Spanish gentleman, a university lecturer, especially a senior member of a college at Oxford or Cambridge.
Examples:
The Don of the University. Don Giovanni. He could never go against what Don Carlos said.
Nation:
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Acquire:
To buy or obtain something such as an asset, object, knowledge, etc., for oneself.
Examples:
acquire knowledge, acquire a new company. Children acquire language at a fantastic rate.
Disbeliever.
A person who does not believe in something, such as a religion or idea.
Examples:
persuade a disbeliever, stubborn disbeliever. Despite the evidence, she remained a disbeliever in the theory of evolution.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Heal.
To make a wound or injury to become well again.
Examples:
heal a broken bone, heal the hurt mind. It will take time for her mental scars to heal.
Re-willed.
To restore an area of land to its natural state, especially by reintroducing locally extinct species.
Examples:
rewild land, rewild an area. The government is considering a plan to rewild certain areas by reintroducing native species and removing non-native ones.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
eventually become obsolete, eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Acre.
A unit of land area in the U.S. customary system and the British imperial system, equal to 4,840 square yards, equals 4,047 square meters.
Examples:
half-acre parcel, an acre of forest. The farm covers over 200 acres of land.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
assemble your colleagues, assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Privately.
In a private manner, not publicly, secretly.
Examples:
a privately owned railway. Import things privately. The couple privately exchanged their vows before the ceremony began.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure, infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Trail.
A path or track roughly through a countryside, mountain, or forest area, often made or used for a particular purpose. Verb, to lag or linger behind.
Examples:
a warm trail. Follow the trail. The storm left a trail of destruction behind it.
Donate.
To give money, food, clothes, etc. to help a person or organization.
Examples:
donate to charity. Donate blood to the Red Cross. Our company donates to the school endowment fund every year.
Capitalism.
An economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit.
Examples:
advance capitalism. Under the umbrella of capitalism. Capitalism also guarantees intellectual property rights and thus promotes innovation.
Deploy.
To move troops or weapons into a position or military action, to bring into something in an effective way.
Examples:
deploy troops for battle. Deploy safety measures. This country deployed its weapons in the East region.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Devour.
To eat or consume something eagerly or ravenously, or to destroy something rapidly.
Examples:
devour a meal. Devour my way. She devoured the mystery novel in one sitting.
Philanthropy.
The practice of voluntarily helping the poor, especially by giving money.
Examples:
philanthropy organization. Private philanthropy. Tech billionaires often spend the majority of their time on philanthropy.
Tremendous.
Very great in degree or extent or amount or impact, extremely good.
Examples:
tremendous amount. Tremendous popularity. We had a tremendous time yesterday.
Suspicion.
The act of doubting something, especially something wrong.
Examples:
suspicion of fraud. Cast suspicion. There was an almost certain suspicion that the company was involved in illegal activities.
Quarter.
One of 4 equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
a quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Downright.
Especially of something bad, complete and absolute, utter, adverb, completely and absolutely.
Examples:
downright nonsense. Downright impossible. It was a downright lie that he would attend the event.
Hostility.
Aggressive or unfriendly feelings or behavior.
Examples:
An act of hostility. Bitter hostility. Her unconcealed hostility made us unpleasant.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
Literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Temperate.
Mild or moderate in temperature or climate, exhibiting self-restraint, particularly about the consumption of food, drink, or other indulgences, showing moderation or restraint in behavior or attitude.
Examples:
Temperate grassland. Temperate behavior. The temperate climate of the region made it an ideal vacation spot.
Grassland.
A large area of land covered mainly by grass, with few or no trees, and typically used for grazing livestock.
Examples:
Endangered grassland. Vast grassland. Meadows and pastures are examples of smaller-scale grasslands in many parts of the world.
Freshwater.
Living in, found in, or connecting with water that does not contain salt.
Examples:
Freshwater area. Freshwater aquatic bird. This microbe is a parasite of freshwater fish.
Wetland.
Land that is saturated with water, either permanently or seasonally, such as swamps, marshes, and bogs.
Examples:
Wetland conservation. Wetland ecosystem. The wetland area was home to many different species of birds.
Comprise.
To include or consist of something, the act of making up or forming something.
Examples:
Comprise a large percentage. Comprise the recent past. The team comprises players from different countries.
Donation.
A voluntary gift of money, service, or ideas that are given to a person or an organization, or the act of giving them.
Examples:
Make a donation. Political donation. He made a generous donation to the charity.
Adjoining.
Next to or in contact with something else, sharing a common border or boundary.
Examples:
Adjoining land. Adjoining gardens. The adjoining room was perfect for our guests who wanted to stay close to us, but still have some privacy.
Territory.
An area under the control of a ruler or state.
Examples:
Acquire territory. Territory in charge. They incorporated the conquered territory into their nation.
Kayak.
A small, narrow boat traditionally used by the Inuit people for hunting and fishing, which has a covered deck and is propelled using a double-bladed paddle.
Examples:
Kayak adventure. Kayak paddle. We're planning a kayak trip down the river next weekend.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Lean.
Having a noticeably small amount of body fat, verb, to bend or move from a straight to a sloping posture.
Examples:
A lean horse. Lean athletic figure. Lean operational improvements often lead to better environmental performance.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Marine.
Relating to the sea and the creatures and plants that live there.
Examples:
Marine insurance. Variety of marine life. Seals and whales are marine animals beloved by the people.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples:
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Partnership.
The state of a cooperative relationship between people or groups, especially in business.
Examples:
partnership across the Atlantic. Establish a partnership. The military partnership between the two countries created tension in the international community.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Foremost.
Most important, leading, or prominent.
Examples:
Foremost expert. Keep foremost in mind. The foremost priority is the safety of the passengers.
Jewel.
A precious stone that is cut and polished for use in jewelry.
Examples:
Jewel of the crown. Gleaming jewel. She treasured the small jewel that her grandmother had given her.
Like-minded.
Having the same ideas or interests.
Examples:
Find a like-minded friend. Like-minded group. They formed a group of like-minded individuals who shared a common goal.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
Politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Eliminate.
To remove or get rid of someone or something.
Examples:
Eliminate contestants. Eliminate sexual barriers. We can eliminate this possibility from those consumptions.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
Extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples.
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Thunderbolt.
A powerful and loud electrical discharge in the atmosphere, usually accompanied by lightning, a sudden and unexpected event or experience that is shocking or overwhelming.
Examples.
Thunderbolt strike. Thunderbolt out of the blue. The sudden thunderbolt scared the hikers and made them seek shelter.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples.
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Flourish.
To grow or develop vigorously or successfully.
Examples.
Flourish economically. Flourish worldwide. The Ottoman Empire flourished for over 5 centuries.
Reintroduce.
To bring back something that has been previously abolished or discontinued.
Examples.
Reintroduce species. Reintroduce capital punishment. The government is planning to reintroduce wolves to the national park to restore the balance of the ecosystem.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples.
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples.
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Anteater.
A mammal that feeds on ants and termites, characterized by a long snout and a sticky tongue.
Examples.
Anteater habitat. Giant anteater. The anteater's long, sticky tongue is perfectly adapted to catching ants and insects.
Pampas.
Extensive grass plains in South America, particularly those found in Argentina and Uruguay.
Examples.
Pampas grass. Pampas plains. The fertile soil of the Pampas has made it a prime location for farming.
Peccary.
A mammal of the pig family, found in Central and South America, also known as javelina, which is typically smaller and has shorter legs than a domestic pig and can be found in a range of habitats from deserts to forests.
Examples:
peccary herd, dwarf peccary. The spotted peccary is a social animal that lives in groups of up to a dozen individuals.
Macaw.
A large, colorful parrot with a long tail found in tropical and subtropical regions of the Americas, known for its striking plumage and its ability to mimic human speech and sounds.
Examples:
Rare macaw species. Red-bellied macaw. The macaw's colorful feathers brightened up the otherwise drab jungle.
Dispense.
To distribute, allocate, or deliver something to the intended recipients.
Examples:
Dispense with ceremony. Dispense justice. The pharmacist started to dispense medication to patients.
Capstone.
A final stone or brick placed on top of a structure, such as a wall or arch, often serving as a decorative element, a high point, or a crowning achievement.
Examples:
Architectural capstone. The capstone of her career. The capstone project was the culmination of the student's 4-year college experience.
Apex.
The highest point or tip of something.
Examples:
Apex predator. Apex position. The company reached the apex of success in the market.
Carnivore.
An animal that primarily eats meat as opposed to plant matter.
Examples:
Carnivore diet. Hungry carnivore. A lion is a typical carnivore, as they mainly eat meat.
Otter.
A semi-aquatic mammal with a sleek, streamlined body, short legs, webbed feet, and dense, soft fur, found in and around freshwater and coastal areas.
Examples:
Otter in the river. Sea otter fur. The playful otter swam around the river, diving in and out of the water.
Sever.
To break or separate something by cutting, especially suddenly and forcibly.
Examples:
Sever a rope. Sever a positive relationship. He severed a branch from a tree quickly.
Cup.
A young of certain carnivorous mammals such as lion, bear, wolf, etc., an awkward, rude, and inexperienced boy.
Examples:
A tiger cub. The arrival of a cub. The cub reporter covered the murder case for the first time.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
recover a loss, recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Jaguar.
A large animal of the cat family that has a yellowish-brown coat with black spots, mainly found in parts of Central and South America.
Examples:
a wild jaguar, a female jaguar. Humans have developed the jaguar's habitat over several decades.
Rancher.
A person who owns, manages, or works on a ranch, especially one that is used for raising or grazing livestock.
Examples:
rancher's wife, traditional rancher. The local grocery store carried meat sourced from the rancher's farm.
Whale.
A type of deer that is native to the Andes Mountains of South America and is considered an endangered species.
Examples:
huemul deer, huemul conservation. Due to extensive hunting and habitat loss, the huemul population has decreased significantly.
Rhea.
A large, flightless bird that is native to South America and is similar to an ostrich or emu.
Examples:
rhea feathers, rhea meat. Male rheas are responsible for building the nest and incubating the eggs.
Puma.
A wild cat of the Americas that is similar in appearance to a lion and is also known as a cougar or mountain lion.
Examples:
puma habitat, puma observation camp. The puma population in the region has been declining due to habitat loss and human activity.
Absent.
Not present in a particular place at a particular time.
Examples:
absent-minded, absent without leave. He was absent from the meeting and missed all the important updates.
Nostalgia.
A sentimental longing or wistful affection for a period in the past.
Examples:
a warm nostalgia, nostalgia trip. The ice cream truck sound brought back nostalgia for my childhood.
Despair.
The feeling that there is no hope and you cannot do anything to improve a difficult situation.
Examples:
despair at the future, untold despair. His friend's death drove him to despair.
Contrary.
Acting in opposition to what is expected or desired.
Examples:
the clear contrary, contrary evidence. The two sides argued their points, but the judge ultimately sided with the contrary viewpoint.
Motivate.
To make someone want to do something, especially something that requires tremendous work and effort. Motivate the students. All ability to motivate. The ability to motivate people is a priceless asset.
Abundance.
A significant amount of something, the situation in which there is too much of something.
Examples:
An age of abundance. An abundance of examples. A healthy farm provides an abundance of food.
Journal.
A newspaper or magazine specialized in a specific topic or profession.
Examples:
Scientific journal. Journal articles. The physician is reading the journals related to medicine.
Dusty.
Covered with or characterized by dust, having a dry, powdery texture or appearance, having a lot of dust or dirt in the air.
Examples:
Dusty road. Dusty bookshelf. The abandoned warehouse was covered in a thick layer of dusty debris.
Equitable.
Fair and impartial, treating everyone fairly.
Examples:
In an equitable manner. An equitable price. In a democratic country, governments promote equitable opportunities to participate in society.
Graze.
To feed on grass or other vegetation, especially by nibbling at it repeatedly, to break the skin of a body part by scraping.
Examples:
Turn cattle out to graze. Graze the left shoulder. The sheep graze on the green grass in the meadow.
Livestock.
Farm animals and birds such as cows, sheep, and chickens.
Examples:
Livestock agriculture. Livestock industry. Livestock feed is made from fodder crops.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Erosion.
The wearing away of rock, soil, or land by natural processes such as wind or water.
Examples:
Erosion control. Wind erosion. The erosion of the coastline has accelerated due to rising sea levels.
Rampant.
Especially of something bad or unwelcome, flourishing or spreading everywhere in a way that cannot be controlled.
Examples:
Rampant growth of weeds. Rampant corruption. In an overly protective industry, violations of the ethics rules tend to be rampant.
Fencing.
The art or practice of fighting with swords, especially with foils, épées, or sabers, according to certain rules.
Examples:
Fencing equipment. Fencing club. He practiced his fencing techniques with a partner.
Corral.
A pen or enclosure for livestock, especially cattle or horses, an area surrounded by a fence.
Examples:
Corral fence. Enclose in a corral. The farmer used a high corral to keep the cattle from wandering off.
Persecute.
To subject someone to hostility, ill treatment, or harassment, especially because of their race, religion, or political beliefs, to oppress or mistreat someone because of their identity.
Examples:
Persecute minorities. Persecute for small debts. The government's crackdown on free speech was seen as an attempt to persecute journalists and media outlets.
Gaucho.
A cowboy or cattle herder from the South American grasslands, particularly those in Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil.
Examples:
Traditional gaucho attire. Gaucho lifestyle. We visited a gaucho ranch to experience the local culture of the Argentine pampas.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Imaginary.
Existing only in someone's mind.
Examples:
Imaginary number. Imaginary pregnancy. Little children tend to have imaginary friends.
Congratulation.
The act of expressing that someone has an occasion for celebration or the expression of pleasure at the success or good fortune of another.
Examples:
Congratulation on a promotion. A matter for congratulation. The congratulations from her friends and family were overwhelming after she won the championship.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Urgent.
Requiring immediate attention or action, pressing.
Examples:
An urgent telegram. Urgent situation. It is urgent that we leave for the airport now to catch our flight.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
Survival ability. Survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Dignity.
The quality of being worthy of esteem or respect, high office or rank or station.
Examples:
Respect for human dignity. retain everyone's dignity. The failure destroyed his trust and personal dignity.
Privilege.
A special right or advantage that only one person or group of people has, usually because they are rich and powerful in a society.
Examples:
A breach of privilege. Privilege of membership. In the Middle Ages, the right to hunt in the wild was the privilege of royalty and nobility.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, Organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Desperate.
Feeling or showing a lack of hope and a willingness to do anything because of the problematic situation.
Examples:
Her desperate screams. Desperate attempt. He was desperate when he lost all his money by gambling.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Precursor.
A person or thing that comes before another of the same kind and that contributes to or influences its growth.
Examples:
Precursor cell. Precursor to serotonin. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are the primary precursors of acid rain.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples:
Attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Culpable.
Deserving blame or censure, responsible for an offense, mistake, or wrongdoing.
Examples:
Culpable negligence. Partially culpable. The CEO was held culpable for the company's financial losses.
Chastise.
To criticize or reprimand severely, to discipline or punish for wrongdoing or mistake.
Examples:
Chastise behavior. Chastise a child. The coach chastised the players for not giving their best effort during the game.
Inaction.
The lack of action or activity, the state of not doing anything, the failure to take action when action is needed.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Consequences of inaction. Inaction in response to climate change poses a dire threat to our future.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with a desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Awaken.
To stop sleeping or to cause someone to stop sleeping.
Examples:
Awaken at daybreak. Awaken a child. The friend's death awakens them.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Destiny.
The events that will inevitably happen to a particular person or thing in the future.
Examples:
Foreordained destiny. Destiny of the individual. It is said that our destiny is written in the stars.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Elective.
Of or using in elections, not compulsory.
Examples:
Elective course. Elective official. They support the funding of elective abortions by the government.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples:
Moral hazard. Moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Imperative.
Very important or requiring attention or action.
Examples:
Moral imperative. Imperative need. It is imperative for politicians to be effective communicators.
Reimagine.
To imagine or conceive of something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Reimagine the future. Reimagine the possibilities. The company is trying to reimagine its business model to stay competitive.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone. The quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Intrinsic.
Belonging naturally, essential.
Examples:
Intrinsic value. Intrinsic nature. The intrinsic beauty of the painting was immediately apparent to all who viewed it.